Hello, and welcome to this short overview that will give you some insights into how to take the Bandhan Pre-Marriage Preparation Two-Part Workplace Driver Index (WPD) and Disc Style Natural Behavioral (DISC) assessment Dr. Atul Patil has arranged for you to experience. Real success happens at the exact point where you are able to use what you know how to do, that is, your education, your background, your experience, your interests, etc. Success happens at the exact point where you can take what you know how to do and it intersects with what you love doing. This is such an important consideration that I would like you to remember for the rest of your life. Because you have many days in the workplace and spending them doing something that you do not like is just a real shame. As well as in the relationship, spending time doing something that you do not like is just a real frustration. As I mentioned, Dr. Atul Patil of IKSC Bandhan has developed an assessment for you to experience to world-class performance evaluations and decisions. It will give you some very valuable guidance that will assist you to understand yourself, that is, what is valuable for you, what is important for you. The areas of human endeavors that act to and do not attract you, and secondly, we are going to show you how you prefer to communicate those things that are important to you to other people. Understanding these factors will greatly assist you as you consider and choose the career path or life partner for the rest of your life. Alright, the Relationship Readiness Index, DISC, PRI, the Purpose Readiness Index, 7WB. This life pathing survey is comprised of two separate and unique measurements that you will find very helpful in assisting you to understand yourself. The first one is called the Purpose Readiness Index, WPD, and it measures the hierarchy or the relative importance of the 7 common human being motivators or drivers that we all share. And secondly, we are going to be able to measure your Relationship Readiness Index and Style, DISC. These are the 4 primary behaviors that all human beings share. That is how assertive you are, how outgoing you are, how patient you are, and how compliant or detail-oriented you are. You are going to see these measurements in great detail based on the results of this survey. The purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to access that survey. You will have received an invitation from Dr. Patil or his staff to participate in the Bandhan Pre-Marriage Preparation Assessment. Take a moment to read the directions from that invitation that will include this active online link. You can copy this link or you can just click on it from your invitation or cut and paste it into the address bar. There is really no time limit attached to this assessment, and remember, there are 2 parts to it. But most people will be able to complete it in 40 to 60 minutes. Here is a really important point that I would like you to embrace. Because the results that you are gonna get can be so important to you, it is very important that you make your selections as you go through this process. Under each assessment, you will see 2 sections, one for what you think on the question and the other for what you wish your partner to select to. After selecting all your options, you can move to the partner section and select appropriate options. You can reset the current group if you want to restart the group. The selection should be based on how you really feel about each of the statements and not how you think others or society in general would expect you to respond. No one will know your specific responses. There are no wrong answers, so please be 100% honest as you make your choices, as it will enable us to help you, and that understanding of yourself will serve you well for the rest of your life. After you click on the link, this will be the first page that you will experience. This is to create an account for you. We want to invite you to first enter your first, last name, and email address, and other information. Your username and password will be emailed to you. Once you log in, read the disclaimer there, and then and finally, you will click here where you will begin the assessment. You notice that the 2 assessments I mentioned earlier, the Relationship Readiness Index, DISC, and the Purpose Readiness Index, 7WPD, will be visible there. On this page, you will see that you have two assessments, neither of which has yet been started. You will click here to begin either of the assessments. And finally, after you make that selection, click on the Submit button. Let us talk about the first assessment, PRI, the Purpose Readiness Index, 7WPD. First actual page of this, you see two sections. One, your preferences, and second, your ideal partner's preferences you desire. There are 7 items listed here in each group. Each represents an answer to the question mentioned at the top. Remember, you are entirely in control of this process. Click on the item that is the best answer, the one that you would, and drag it to the top. The way you do that is you just put your mouse on any one of these statements, depress the mouse button, and then drag it vertically, and it will go to the top or bottom. Drag another one, and it will go above or beneath it. And it ends up looking like the option that is desired most at the top to least at the bottom of the table. I just randomly grabbed these. The idea is you can move all 7 of them from their position to the desired position from the one that you think is the best answer, going all the way from 1 to 7. To summarize, the best answer first to the top and the least best answer will be at the bottom. And remember, none of them is wrong. It just depends on your view. And then finally, after you move the last one, the 10th group, this Submit button will become active and you click on that and it will complete this assessment. You will be returned to the home page from which you started that assessment. This time, notice that only one of them remains active, which has not been started. Let us talk about the second assessment, RRI, the Relationship Readiness Index. This first actual page of this, you see 2 sections. One, your preferences, and the second, your ideal partner's preferences you desire. There are 4 items listed here in each group, each of which represents an answer to the question mentioned at the top. So, what we are looking at here is, first of all, to keep a personal focus and then, if required, think about it in the workplace environment. On the personal side, you are not in a relationship yet. Imagine how you would be in the relationship as you make these selections. If you are currently in a relationship, you have context, and it will be easy for you to do that. Again, there is no time limit. This part will take you somewhere around 25 minutes to complete. To summarize, you are gonna see that there will be 4 choices. You are gonna get 24 separate groups as the test progresses. And in each one of these boxes, you are gonna have 4 words. From that list, you are gonna describe or select the word that is most like you, and the one word that is least like you. So, from each box, you are gonna make 2 selections, a bigger thumbs up and a small thumbs up. In other words, as you look through this, you are gonna say, well, which one is most like me? Which one is least like me? As soon as you select that, the thumb will enlarge or contract. And if you change your mind, you can either reset the group or you can click on another option. So it is really important to focus on just one of them at a time. If you have any questions and you are not quite sure, well, what exactly do you mean by that word? If you put your mouse cursor over the top of it, hover, it will give you a set of additional descriptors that will help you. You need to respond to each of the 24 statements. Then comes the final set of the 6 follow-up questions. So these are all pretty simple. These questions are either one or the other. So, do you tend to be more directing or controlling of others or more interactive and engaging? So it is gonna be one or the other. When you make your choices, be sure you click the Next button when you are done, and then click the Submit button. After you finish that part, it will say, "Thank you for completing the survey," and take you back to your landing page. And when it comes to things we want you to remember, there are no wrong answers. Your specific responses are confidential. No one will see them, so be as candid as possible. Does not matter what you think others would expect you to answer. Answer them based on your view. The time and effort you spend here to provide accurate input can have a very positive effect on the rest of your life. This can really be important for you. And I will finally want to share with you that many of the well-educated individuals from nice families have not received the benefit of what you are about to learn about yourself. Make the most of this opportunity as you seek to discover not to change yourself, but to become better at being yourself and find the right partner. Hope this has been helpful. Enjoy the process, be as candid as possible, and I promise you, you are gonna enjoy the results.